Okay, making a small video here. It's a follow-up from my other video about this tank. Well, I got it all going. I put this here on there. Everything's new on this here switch. It run that night, turn the water on the next morning, take me a shower, no water. So I figured, well, what the heck is wrong with this thing? So I remembered about a couple years back, I changed this pump out and I got me a 3-wire pump on here. So I got another switch box right here, right there. Now, pretty much everything was changed out, pump was changed out and everything, but this box wasn't. This box is an old box. So I pulled it apart and looked at it. Had a capacitor in it and a relay switch. It's all got wasp nest all in there. I cleaned it all out and cleared it all out. Capacitor looks like it's all bulged out on one side. And I figured, well, this is what's wrong. That's right, I get voltage. That's well, I had power all the way to here. I even had power on this here, on this box here. Yeah, I just pulled this apart. Capacitor's all bulged out. Relay's old, some big old mess. So I figured, well, this thing's shot. And I got the power cut off now. And I pulled my cap off my switch over there, see if I had voltage on it. I had 230 volts over there. I come over here. Got 230 volts over here. So it ain't that. So it's got to be that. So what I did, I went to Lowe's. I bought me another switch. Another little kit right here. And I'm going to install this, swap all this out. It's all the exact same stuff. I done looked at it already. Looked at it while I was at work. So I'm going to go ahead and swap this out. That should solve the problem. Basically, all I'm going to do is swap everything as is, just like it is. And I'm going to clean them wires up and put them new ones on this one. Should work fine. Then I'm going to set it down there and kind of wrap it up and cover it up. Then when I'm going to get out here in a couple of days, I'm going to mount it on a pole or something out here. But right now, I want to get the water going, so I'm going to go ahead and swap this out. I think this is the culprit right here. So I'm going to go ahead and swap it out right now. Okay, got it all unraveled here out of the box. Pull this cap off here, this screw, undo this screw here. All right, this is Alright, this is just like this. Everything matches up. Everything's the same. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run that wire through here. And I'm just going to just switch all these wires corresponding with this here over to this. And all I got to do is put it back together. It slides in right here, these contacts, slides in right here. Them holes right there. Slide it back in there and bolt it up. And I'm going to set it right there, leave it right there. I'm going to flip it up the other way, that way the water don't get up in it. And I'm going to, later on, probably next week, I'll mount it to one of these poles here or something. But right now, I just want to get it going. So that basically all I'm going to do is swap all this over to this here and put it back together. Turn the pump back on. Everything should be fine. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, I got it all back together. All I did was change these wires out and just put the two pieces back together. You take this here piece here, just slide it up over there, they'll run that groove. You push it down and just put the bolt in there. I done got it in there now, but you get the idea. As long as you get the wires right. And I also marked them right here. I put red, well actually these wires are the same color. They're supposed to be red, black, and green. So I just wrote the corresponding whatever was on the other wire, and that way I just changed them out, that way I don't get them mixed up. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this thing back on and see what we got. Should work. Okay, I think we got it working. Hear it running? Throw me a bunch of mothballs right here. I stuck a couple in there. Got a couple in the top of that. I had to tear them out of the bag. There's no way I can get them in there. So we got it going now. Yes, sir. Should cut off here about 55 pounds. Let's see what it does. Come on now, cut off. There it is, 60. What it'll do, it'll cut off at 60. I see it's holding there. When it cuts back on, it'll cut back off at 55. So it's got like a 5 pound play there. It'll cut off now from now on at 55 pounds. So this is all good. Everything looks good. And what I need to do, them idiots, this is for draining the pump. This and this. Them idiots always turn this thing on, and what it does, somehow, when you cut this on this side of the pump, air somehow gets back up in this thing and it gets waterlogged. The only time I use this is to drain it out. So I need to put something on there that says drain out only. So I also had to drain this out as well. That's another thing I did. I went ahead and drained this pump. I went ahead and the last time after I found out it didn't work that morning, I went ahead and pulled this. See if that helped. When I pulled it, I heard a bunch of air in there. So I figured, well, I'll go cut the pump on. That might have kept it from coming on. So when I let it drain out a little bit and get all that air and got all that water to come out of here, then I went ahead and put it back. Still no power. Then what I did, well, actually it was power because everything checked out. So something was open because I was getting power here and I was getting power over there. So apparently the culprit was in capacitors in there in that relay, because that's where it didn't get no power. I got power all the way to that, but after that, no power. So when I swapped that box out, everything works great. So we're good. It's like everything's new now. So everything up here is new. Apparently this checks out pretty good too, because it held a lot of air in, so there was no leak. So this is still good. So everything else checks out. I should have changed that. What I should have done when I changed that pump out, that's the first thing I should have done, was change that old raggedy box out. Because that box on the bottom, which is holding that up temporarily until I can get me a post out here and mount it, that box has been there about 35 years. And all this other stuff's been changed out since then. So I should have changed that out. I don't know why I didn't. Look at that mess. See, this is all bloated out. I don't want to touch that. It's all bloated out there. Got that hole in there. It's all busted open. That was the culprit right there. Well, that's it. Everything's fine. Good little follow-up with this video. That's it. Everything's good now. So that's it for now. Talk to you later.